Hello guys, I'm glad to be here today. You know, if it's just in video, I'm kind of stuck out here in Hayes doing school stuff, I guess. So, but I do have some very important topics I want to talk to you about today. The first one, water. The next one is food, carrots. And the last one, medicine. Now, also, I want to talk to you about food, water, and medicine. Well, you see, this last semester here up at Hayes, I was learning something. You know, we went through a small group Bible study with one of the campus organizations, and we went through a book called The Hole in Our Gospel. And this book was very life-changing, I guess, for me. Find a little bit of something to really make my mark and really grow more in my Christianity. And this came along just at the right time. The book was about kids in Africa and how they were just struggling to survive. You know, I mean, one of the topics that came up, or one of the things that kept coming up, was that there was 26,000 kids that died every day, and you know, it was terrible going to this class in a way, or the study, because I'd go there and I would realize I'm not doing anything. You know, I mean, there's so many kids each day that die, and there's nothing I'm doing about it. You know, because they don't have food. I mean, they would have kids laying down in huts after 6 or 7 days, and they couldn't get out because they didn't have food. I mean, they were starving to death, literally starving to death. They would drink unclean water and ended up contracting diseases from it, and they wouldn't have the medicine to cure them from the diseases. But you know, they get dehydrated, so they drink more water, and after they drink more water, they get sicker, and it was until they would die. And you know, it was heartbreaking for me to understand that 26,000 children every day died of diseases that we take care of with, well, a little medicine. You know, and I was just shocked at that. I was stunned, and I was like, what can I do? And out of the study, I mean, the book was kind of you know, it was almost an advertisement in a way. It was to wake you up. It was very good. It was talking about the hole in our gospel, the poverty that goes on, and we don't do anything about it. At the same time, it was like, give us money, we need to help support the kids. And I was like, well, I understand that, but at the same time, I'm a college kid, kind of really short on money myself. You know, I can't really sponsor as many kids as I would want to. I can't really make a huge impact, you know. Or the other thing that they kept suggesting was, you know, maybe go over to Africa and actually help these guys out face to face. The issue with both of these things that I had was that if I would go over there face to face on a mission trip, it would cost a lot of money, A, and B, it wouldn't last very long. I might make a difference in one village, but you know, how long would that last? The other thing is I just didn't have the money that I'd want to sponsor, you know, as many kids as I would like. So I would sit there and I would spend literally every week in class. I would spin my wheels trying to figure out, what can I do? What can I do to help these children out? And it was confusing, and it was hard, and it was just frustrating as well, because I had no idea what to do. And as you guys know, some of you might know, some of you guys have read it, I've kept a blog the last year and a half or so. After camp one year, I realized it was very wrong of us, almost cheating the kids out there as counselors, to just be with them 1 week out of the year and not pay attention to them the rest. It was very, it's almost like it was cheating them, I guess. You know, we're going to be your spiritual guides for a week, but we're not going to talk to you the rest of the year. And I was frustrated with that. I hated that. So I decided to start a blog so I could keep up with them weekly, talk to them weekly, help them out in their spiritual journeys, and just let them know that they're not alone, and that their family is still here with them. Their Christian family should be intertwined and very close to them at all times. And honestly, it's turned out to be pretty good. You know, I don't think I've got nearly as many kids as I would want, but you know, if I would have had one to read it, it was successful, and it's been extremely successful because I've grown so much through it that it's really nice just to be able to reflect on the week, to figure out what I learned about Christianity, put it down in words, and it's helped me grow. So one day while I was in the shower, I was like, well, you know, that's where all the great ideas come from, and I came up with the idea, I'm going to move the blog to a website to where I get paid for it. So what I've done now is I've moved it to mattslittlemission.blogspot.com, and what happens is you go there and you read it and you click a link, I get paid for the link. What I'm going to do with the majority of this money is actually just send it out. You know, give it to orphans all around the world, the kids that need the clean water and the food and the medicine just to survive. You know, it's anywhere from $25 to $35, and I think I found places that will go $25. So the first $25 will go to them, and then I need a good job, and this is one way to do it. So the next $25 will go to me, and back and forth, and so on and so forth. This is my way to say, hey, I want to help these kids. This is a way for everybody that says, hey, I'm not against world hunger. Maybe I can't support a kid, but you know what? I can definitely click on a link, and maybe we can all support a kid together. You know, I mean, there is now 3 main parts of this blog. The first one is
to help the kids out at camp.
Grow and know that they are not alone. The second part is to help the kids, and the third part is an evangelistic tool. I think that I think we can use this for people that are maybe atheists, agnostics, those type of things, that maybe have don't have any concept of God, those that don't have organized religion, that don't believe in it, that can go to this website. Maybe they don't believe, maybe they don't even want to read it, but they do understand that world hunger is wrong, that 26,000 kids die a day is wrong. So my theory on this, my prayer for this is that we can drive people to this website that aren't necessarily believers, but they do want to click on a link to help out a kid. You know, I mean, right now I think I'm getting paid anywhere from 40 to 60 cents a click, and that adds up very quick. And when they click on that link, when they're on my website, they're going to see something about God there. It's not necessarily going to be written about kids every day, but I mean, there is a spiritual journey that goes on in this blog, and maybe they can absorb it. For those that you have read it before, you know that I do a weekly blog entry. I have increased that now to 2 to 3 a week. I have the normal one. On Tuesdays, I've started a faith in action, or a faith there. Basically, I'm giving me assignments to do things for people, whether it be just to write an encouraging note to them, give someone a phone call, baking and taking a pie or a dish or just something like that to somebody to brighten their day, be able to bring more unity into us, excuse me, and helping us just go out farther and to really expand our faith, because faith without works is dead, and being able to almost revive our faith again. And that's the goal of that day. On Thursdays, when I can, I'm going to do book reviews. I do love to read, and I'll be reviewing books. I know the first one I've got up is the review of Hole in Our Gospel. I thought that was very fitting because it was what this whole mission is based on, and what really helped me and changed my life a little bit. So that's what that one is on. And I have you can click on a link there to Amazon. You can buy the book. What happens when you buy the book is I get paid 10 to 15% commission, and that money's going straight to kids. I'm not going to keep any of that. When you buy a book, you just know that part of that money is going straight to help out children somewhere. So that's that. They're not always going to be religious books. Sometimes they're going to be fantasy books, fiction, different types of nonfiction, just whatever I'm reading and whatever I feel like has a review that's going to sneak in there. So thank you very much for listening. Please visit the website,
mattslittlemission.blogspot.com. Here's a picture of the website. Just click on one of the links that you see there. They're at the top and down there at the right. Just click one of those links right there. We'll get a kid fed this year. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great rest of the service. Bye.